So should the Celtics be in on this? And I say yes, and I don't think anyone should say no, because I think that this is the type of player that can actually come in and make a move. Like, yeah, he doesn't have the name of a Bradley Beal or a Damian Lillard, but in terms of contributing to your team, he would have the same star effect. YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping into a player's highlights because there has been some rumors going around, and just like you guys clicking on this video, I thought the same thing. I saw that, hey, this trade has the NBA worried. This is the Celtics trade that could change everything. This is the Celtics trade that we've all been waiting for. All of those sort of lines and taglines and headlines. Well, I clicked on those articles and I read them, and the name behind the curtain is Zach LaVine out in Chicago. So today we're going to jump into Zach LaVine highlights. We're going to talk about the potential of him actually being traded to the Celtics and what it would take, and is it worth it, and is it truly a trade that should have the NBA scared? Because we know Zach LaVine in the last few years really has just come on strong. Like, he's developed so many different parts of his game, going from just sort of a dunk contest type of guy to an all-around great basketball player. Could that really, mesh with Jalen and Jason and go get banner 18 for the Celtics? Let's jump into the highlights, and I'll save my take for the end. Before we get to that, guys, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough for that. Y'all are the real MVPs. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this potential trade, because I don't think you'd give up peanuts for him. You'd have to give up some substantial players on your team to go out and get Zach LaVine. All right, the game we're looking at is when he went for 50 last year. I figured, why not go big or go home here, right? See, that step back right there is something he really couldn't do, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. He's developed a jump shot, and it's a good one too, that mid-range there. This is a kid that would get to the lane, jump above everyone else, and be able to dunk. He's a high flyer, he had speed, and now he's pulling up from 6 feet behind the arc. He's smooth too. People view him for his explosiveness, stuff like that. But he's smooth. Like, he can tone it down. He's not just a 0 to 100 all the time type player. He's very similar to how Jaylen Brown has polished his game. Like Jaylen Brown used to get to the hoop and be like, oh my God, I'm going to spaz out because I'm just flying at the hoop. Zach LaVine used to do that too. Now they're both sort of, hey, I know how to be crafty. I don't have to just try and out-athletic anyone. Daniel Tice setting the screen. LaVine off of it. Bang. Hey, that's smooth. Like that. I'm impressed by his jump shooting, as I'm sure a lot of NBA fans are. It's interesting that he's a rumor too, because the Bulls made some moves this offseason. So are they thinking they don't need him anymore, or is it a money thing? Like, why is he a potential trade target? Because to me, he'd be one of their core sort of, we got to keep this guy, but they move on from Markkanen. They may be moving on from LaVine. Like, is it because Alonzo, do they not feel like they need him anymore? That's beautiful. Look at this. He's just flying. He is gliding. Smooth. And again, he went for 50 in this game. He's going to look like the GOAT, but still. He knew it. Watch him jog back before this thing's even in. Peace. He's an exciting player. Like, he is an exciting player. I mean, did the Hawks not want to play defense? Watch that one back. They didn't even play defense on that. Not a single Hawks player left their feet to try and contest that. Nice dime to Vooch. Yeah, I mean, the Bulls got some players, man. And they were kind of they were better than people thought last year too. I wonder why this is a potential trade. Like, they feel like they not need him anymore? Or is it more of, hey, the Celtics are going to offer more than they can say no to, Like, look at the length. Look at the explosiveness here. I thought he was going to 360 dunk this. Man. Hoarder was like, hey, let's see if I can run alongside him. Yeah, 2 steps later, he's way past me. All right, guys, so Zach LaVine. Now, I think it's probably I'm trying to contemplate why do the Bulls want to get rid of him? Maybe it's because they don't feel like he's going to re-sign with them, right? Like, it's got to be a money reason. No way do they look at that player and say, yeah, no, he's not going to fit with our new guys. He's not a piece of our future. It has to be the inkling of, hey, he's probably going to go somewhere else. And obviously, he's going to be a highly desirable player. Dude's like 25, 26 years old, almost averaged 30 points a game last year, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Like, he can do it all, and he's totally revamped his game. Like, he is such a different player than he was when he first came into the league. When he first came into the league, he was like a 34% three shooter. Now he's a 40% three shooter, 40+%. Like, he has worked and worked and worked to get to where he is now. So I think he's going to be a highly sort of, a guy that's going to drive up the market, and there's going to be a bidding war for him. So that's probably why Chicago's saying, hey, maybe we can trade him this season before any of that happens, and it's not our problem. So should the Celtics be in on this? And I say yes, and I don't think anyone should say no, because I think that this is the type of player that can actually come in and make a move. Like, yeah, he doesn't have the name of a Bradley Beal or a Damian Lillard, but in terms of contributing to your team, he would have the same star effect. This guy is only not a absolute household name because he's been on a bad Bulls team for years. Like, seriously, Zach LaVine, 27.5 points. He's averaged over 20 points, over 23 points for the past 3 years. This is a legit player that you would have to give up some value for, but he'd be the type of player that it's worth giving up value for. If you had some sort of an agreement or some sort of a feeling that he'd be coming back. Because again, I think the reason this is a rumor is because Chicago doesn't want any part of that free agency headache. If Zach LaVine comes to Boston, we gotta cross our fingers, cross our toes that he's staying here. Because we don't want another sort of Fournier situation where we get a guy, we trade him, and then you think he's staying until, the 12th hour and he's gone. So yes, I'm so in on Zach LaVine. Sign me the hell up for this kid. If we think he's gonna stay here. Everyone should be on the same page. This is a legitimate star in the NBA. Yes, you have to give up some pieces to get him. I don't know what it would take, but yes, I would be willing to give up some pieces, some legit pieces, not just garbage guys, to go and get Zach LaVine if we had an inkling that he'd be staying in Boston. Because again, he fits that timeline. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, all 3 to 4 years within age of each other. Like, this is a kid you go out there and get that I think he would mesh well with right away. Like, picture him and Jaylen running the court. Picture him and Tatum, little two-man game. Like, he would fit here, I think, instantly. But I want him to fit here for years to come. Not just for a half season, not just a rental. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and let me know who you think it would take to get Zach LaVine. Would you be willing to give up a Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, or any young guys, Nesmith, Pritchard, that type of thing? I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm still sort of, trying to figure out who I would give up, but I want to know who you guys think that you'd be willing to give up for Zach LaVine, if you would give up anything for him at all. So let me know in the comments down below. As always, hit that subscribe button and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.